Chosen ones, what I am about to reveal to you will stir your soul and shake you at your very foundation. If you are seeing this message in this exact moment, understand, it is not by chance. You have been divinely led here, because a powerful awakening is on the verge of unfolding in your life. God has spoken. It will take only one night, just one, and you will become unrecognizable, even to yourself. Yes, you heard that correctly. The very things you have prayed for, longed for, and waited on with hope, they are no longer distant hopes. They are beginning to manifest in your reality, and this is merely the first step. But you must understand, this divine shift is not for the many. It is for the few. It is for the 1%, for those specifically chosen. This is not merely a change in mindset. It is a sacred transformation, a spiritual rebirth that will uplift every dimension of your being. Your appearance, your power, your financial status, and the honor you carry in the world. Everything in the universe is moving in divine order to bring you into alignment with your higher calling, and it will unfold with such speed that it will leave you in awe. Before we go further, I ask you to pause this video and complete 3 important actions. Tap the like button, subscribe so we can reach 1,000 subscribers, and comment with the number 99. That number carries a frequency that will send a signal into the spiritual realm, amplifying the energy of your transformation. If you are truly chosen, your spirit already knows this message is meant for you, and you will stay with it until the end. But remember, this is not a gift for those who hesitate. Only those prepared in heart, mind, and soul will witness the power of this sacred night. If you are not yet ready to receive such divine truth, this journey may not be for you. But if you are, then embrace yourself, because your life will never look the same. Now let us begin. There comes a point in every chosen one's life when everything pivots, and that moment is upon you. This is not a slight, it is a radical transformation. When you rise after this night, you will not see the same face in the mirror. One night, divinely appointed by God, will reshape the very essence of who you are. Your countenance will shine with new light. Strength will infuse your body, and your soul will create a power you have never known. This night is not just a church, it is a spiritual eruption that will lift you higher than you imagined possible. You have waited in patience, cried out in prayer, and now God is responding to the transformation that will leave the world around you speechless. Picture waking up tomorrow and facing a reflection. Your shit is that will be you have, and now God is pouring strength into you. You will rise with a new sense of purpose and resilience. The transformation reaches beyond what people can see. It will fortify your mind, body, and spirit. It will feel as though you've been reborn with unshakable confidence. Nothing will be able to hold you back. And this is not just about physical change. It is about finally knowing in the depths of your being that you are chosen. God's divine blueprint for your life is unfolding in ways beyond your current understanding. But the night is coming when everything will suddenly make sense. You have waited for a breakthrough. You have sought signs, whispered prayers into the silence, and kept believing even when nothing changed. That season is now behind you. Tomorrow, you will awaken into a reality that once felt like fantasy, yet will feel strangely familiar. This is the life you've envisioned, and now it is yours. Every hardship, every lonely night, every tear and sacrifice will be eclipsed by the radiance of what you are becoming. The world will no longer see you as it once did. Where you were once dismissed, you will now be seen. Where you once felt invisible, you will now draw people in. Not because you're demanding attention, but because your presence carries divine power. This shift will amaze even you, and those around you will wonder how such transformation happened so quickly. But this metamorphosis is not limited to the outside. You will wake with inner calm, profound clarity, and unshakable confidence. You'll feel deeply aligned with your purpose and strengthened from within to face whatever lies ahead. This is the life you've always dreamed of, a life that once felt distant, but now aligns perfectly with your true nature. Your future is unfolding, and it is nothing less than extraordinary. Your road has not been without struggle. You've faced obstacles that seemed insurmountable: financial hardship, betrayal, isolation, and overwhelming doubt. There were nights when you questioned everything, wondering if the breakthrough would ever come. And yet, you held on. You kept believing. You trusted God's plan, even when the path was unclear. Now, that long-awaited day has arrived. The suffering you endured had a purpose. The trials you faced were necessary to forge your character, strengthen your faith, and prepare your spirit. And now, God is about to honor every ounce of your perseverance with a blessing so abundant, it will spill over into every area of your life. It might feel surreal, but know this: when God chooses to bless you, nothing can prevent it. Your transformation is not a fantasy. It is the tangible unfolding of your prayers, the physical manifestation of hope, and the divine reward for relentless belief. Your life will now become evidence of what happens when you surrender to divine timing. It is as though all of creation has aligned in your favor, lifting you to a realm of success, peace, and fulfillment that you once thought was out of reach. Every difficulty you've faced has been a seed, and now, those seeds are blooming into a life filled with joy, prosperity, and divine grace. This is the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter of transformation. The night God has set apart for your elevation will not only change you internally, but it will also cause the world to take notice. It will be as though a spiritual switch has been flipped. Suddenly, your aura, your voice, your very essence will radiate divine wisdom and strength. Those who once overlooked you will now be drawn to you. They will listen to your words, seek your wisdom, and offer you the respect that is long overdue. What was once hidden will now be revealed. Your presence, once unnoticed, will now carry undeniable influence. You will find yourself approached by individuals who admire you, those who are drawn to your energy and who seek to learn from your journey. And this is not about seeking validation. It is about naturally attracting those who are aligned with your elevated strength and divine purpose. You are no longer a passive observer in your own story. You have become the central force, the lead character in the unfolding narrative of your life. Everyone around you will recognize the shift. To those who once doubted you, this transformation will come as a complete shock. Those who previously ignored or underestimated you will now be left speechless by the person you have become. Your very presence will command attention, and the magnitude of your transformation will be impossible to deny. The speed of this shift will leave others astonished. There is a unique power in the way God transforms His chosen ones. This change is not limited to the soul or the mind. It is physical. You will awaken feeling stronger, healthier, and filled with renewed energy. Your skin will radiate with youthful brightness. Your body will feel more toned and alive, and your vitality will be unmistakable. This outward transformation is a visible symbol of God's decision to restore you from within. You have spent so much time worrying about your health, your image, and your strength. But now, those concerns will be behind you. God is reviving you, granting you the blessing of renewed vitality and restoring your physical body to its highest state. It will feel as though time has reversed itself in your favor. The exhaustion that once weighed down your spirit will be replaced by a surge of fresh energy that propels you into your new chapter. This change is not merely skin deep. It will empower you to live with vibrancy and joy, free from the limitations that once held you back. Your physical body will become a reflection of the power that now resides within your soul. You will not only appear younger, you will feel it. And you will embrace life with a boldness and passion that has been reignited. For years, you have struggled financially, trapped in cycles of lack, debt, or simply surviving. But this transformation is not limited to the physical. It will also revolutionize your financial reality. In a single night, everything will change. Doors that were once sealed shut will begin to open. Opportunities you never saw coming will suddenly appear. You will find resources flowing to you effortlessly, and the abundance that once felt out of reach will become your new normal. The financial burdens that haunted you will be replaced by success and stability. God's timing is flawless, and He knows precisely when to release His blessings. The wealth you have been waiting for is already on its way, and it will come swiftly, as if heaven itself is responding to your faith and preparing to deliver what you have earned through perseverance. This is not a coincidence, it is a divine act. As your financial circumstances shift, you will be overwhelmed with a sense of peace and gratitude. No longer will you lie awake at night worrying about how to make ends meet. You will live with an abundance mindset, not a scarcity mentality, and you will be in a position to uplift others along your path. This is the fulfillment of God's promise to provide not only for your needs, but for your purpose. God does not move according to our schedules. He moves according to His perfect will, and His divine moment has arrived. There is a sacred timing when everything changes, and that time is now. God has selected this very night to bring forth a transformation that will redefine your life. You have waited, you have prayed, you have held on in faith, and now your breakthrough has come. It only takes a single night for everything to shift. When God moves, nothing can resist it. What took years to build will change in an instant. The delays, the waiting, the confusion, all dissolve in one moment of divine intervention. This is the night of your elevation, the turning point in your destiny. Your unwavering belief, your endurance, and your deep trust in God's promises are being rewarded in ways that will exceed all expectation. Prepare your heart. This is no ordinary night. This is the night that will change the course of your life forever. One divine moment, one holy shift, and everything will be transformed. You are part of a chosen remnant, the faithful few who continued to believe despite the storms. While others gave up, turned back, or lost their way, you stayed the course. You remained rooted in the promise, and now you are being called into something extraordinary. This sacred night is not for the faint of heart. It is for the true believers, those who endured the long seasons of trial without surrendering their faith. You have walked through barren places, felt the ache of loneliness, endured ridicule, and carried the weight of financial hardship. Yet through it all, your heart remained anchored in hope. God has seen every step, every sacrifice, and every tear. Now, as you step into this divine transformation, you will witness the unfolding of every promise He whispered to your heart. This night is not for everyone. It is for those who stayed faithful when it would have been easier to quit. Those who trusted in the silence. Those who believed when there was no visible sign. This transformation is not only for you, it is a testimony of God's glory and power. Those who once doubted your faith, your purpose, or your endurance will now behold the evidence of God's favor in your life. You are living proof of what happens when someone refuses to let go of their divine calling. God keeps every promise, and this night is the fulfillment of those promises. His word never fails, and this transformation will stand as a reflection of His eternal faithfulness. In the space of one night, everything will change. The promises you held on to of peace, purpose, provision, and destiny are unfolding before your very eyes. You may have waited what felt like a lifetime, wondering if the vision would ever come to pass. But now, in this sacred hour, God is bringing it all into being. This is not a minor adjustment. It is a total transformation of your life. Your appearance, your resources, your relationships, every area is being touched by divine hands. And this change is not man-made. It is the direct result of God's movement in your life. This is your moment. The season of waiting has come to a close. You are stepping into a divine chapter, a new beginning, where everything you have endured is now being redeemed with overwhelming favor. This night signifies the dawn of a new existence, one overflowing with the promises God has spoken over your life. We often question the delays, wondering why things take so long, but when God declares that your appointed time has come, nothing in heaven or on earth can hinder the unfolding of your transformation. Every obstacle, every delay, every setback will suddenly make sense as you step into the fullness of His divine plan. When God speaks, the atmosphere shifts. When He moves, your entire life can be transformed in an instant. This is the unmatched power of divine timing. It does not adhere to our clocks or the world's logic. It follows the flawless order of God's purpose for your life. One moment, one night, and your life is redirected toward abundance, toward growth, toward opportunities you never dared to envision. You have weathered so much, but when God decides to act, clarity floods in. The confusion, the pain, the long-standing uncertainty will dissolve in the brilliance of His divine intervention. This night marks the start of something magnificent, something that will stand as a testament to the world that God's purpose for your life was always far greater than anything you could have imagined. There were moments when your dreams were mocked, your faith dismissed, and your efforts belittled. They could not perceive what God had in store for you, and perhaps, at times, neither could you. But now, the moment is near when all of that will change. The same people who once doubted you will be left in astonishment. Your transformation will be evident and impossible to deny. They will witness the hand of God moving in your life, and their only response will be wonder. Where once you were overlooked, you will now command respect. Where once your voice was unheard, now it will carry weight. It will be a humbling realization for those who once spoke against you, a vivid reminder that God's timing is always precise. Their doubt will be transformed into awe as they observe the miracle unfolding before them. What they believed to be out of reach will become your lived reality, and the strength, power, and grace that now radiates from you will leave a permanent impression. God does not make promises casually. He reserves His most extraordinary blessings for those who have stood firm through adversity. For the rare few, the 1%, who held tightly to their faith through ridicule, solitude, and hardship, this night will be the ultimate fulfillment of that steadfastness. You are among those who walked the most difficult paths, and because of that, you are also among those chosen to receive the most profound blessings. This transformation is not solely for you. It is a declaration to the world of what happens when faith endures. It is living proof that those who pursue God with a whole heart will be richly rewarded. When the world sees your change, they will witness the strength of unwavering faith in action. You are part of the chosen few, and your transformation will serve as undeniable evidence of God's enduring faithfulness. Perhaps you have felt ignored or underestimated, but now God is raising you up. The world will behold you in a completely different way. You will walk with the assurance of someone who knows without question that they are chosen by the Almighty. Your journey has not been without hardship. You have known betrayal, disappointment, and deep emotional pain. People you trusted may have walked away, and some seasons may have felt utterly hopeless. Yet even through those dark moments, you remained faithful. And now God is preparing to crown that faith with a transformation that will make every past struggle meaningful. The betrayals you endured did not end your story. They were stepping stones toward your breakthrough. Each moment of suffering shaped you. Each setback refined your character. And every painful experience was preparing you for the life you are now stepping into. What lies ahead will far outweigh the pain behind you. God is turning your losses into victories, and your transformation will serve as a living testimony to His divine goodness and reliability. You've discovered that real faith isn't about avoiding trials. It's about standing firm through them, knowing that God will lead you through every storm. This holy transformation is confirmation that God always has a plan, even when everything around you appears uncertain. As the night of your transformation approaches, you may begin to feel subtle signs of the shift. It could feel like a stirring in your spirit, a weight on your chest, or an overwhelming rush of energy. You might even feel temporarily still, as though your body is realigning to carry the power God is placing within you. These sensations are the first glimpses of the miraculous change taking root within. Trust what you are sensing. This is no fantasy. It is a sacred process unfolding inside of you. There may be a moment of physical disorientation or emotional overwhelm, but understand, it is all part of the divine recalibration. When you awaken, you will step into a reality that feels entirely new, filled with purpose, strength, and divine blessing. These early signs are just the opening notes of a transformation unlike anything you have ever known. You have waited, sometimes with hope, sometimes in silence, for the moment when everything would change. You've searched for signs, longed for breakthrough, and held fast in prayer. That moment is here. The night you've longed for is upon you, and God is about to reshape your entire existence. This is the divine moment you have prayed over, the one that will revolutionize your relationships, your finances, your destiny, and your life as a whole. When you open your eyes tomorrow, you will see the world through a new lens, and in turn, the world will recognize the transformation in you. You are stepping into the future that was always meant for you, and what unfolds will be nothing short of miraculous. The wait is over. Your prayers have been heard. Your time has come. This sacred moment marks the beginning of a chapter filled with prosperity, power, and promise. For so long, others laughed at you. They questioned your faith, ridiculed your path, and cast doubt on your hopes. When trials came and finances failed, they turned away, convinced your efforts were in vain. But all of that is now being rewritten. God has determined that your moment to rise has finally arrived. In a single night, everything about you will be made new. Your appearance will take on a new light. Your finances will begin to flourish. Your strength will rise to heights you never imagined. Those who once doubted you, laughed at you, or tried to diminish your worth will be left stunned. They will be unable to comprehend the miraculous transformation unfolding before their eyes. You are no longer the person they dismissed. You now carry the unmistakable mark of divine favor. This transformation is more than skin deep. It is spiritual, emotional, and financial. Every aspect of your being will radiate with the unmistakable presence of God's blessing. Those who once saw you as weak or unremarkable will now behold someone they deeply respect. The same voices that mocked you will now speak your name with reverence, for they can no longer deny the power of your transformation. Your journey of faith will become a living declaration that no matter how dark the night, the light of God always prevails. After this sacred night, your entire world will shift. The ones who once chosen one, what I am about to reveal will stir your soul in ways you may have never imagined. If you are watching this right now, understand, this is not by accident. You have been divinely led to this moment for a reason far greater than you know. You are not ordinary. You are exceptional. You stand apart. Not merely because you feel it, but because it is a truth etched into the core of your being. God has placed within you an extraordinary gift, one that distinguishes you from the rest. And now is the time for you to step fully into that truth. You are set apart. You are chosen. While others may struggle to comprehend your light, or even try to diminish it, understand this. You were personally selected by God for a higher assignment. The path ahead of you is not common. It is sacred. You are about to walk into a season marked by divine favor, personal growth, and complete transformation. Before we go any further into this life-altering revelation, I invite you to take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Tap the like button, subscribe to support us as we reach for 1,000 subscribers, and comment with the number 99. This number carries energetic significance and will amplify the spiritual momentum of this message. And remember, if you are truly one of the chosen, you will remain with this message until the very end. Because deep down, something inside you already knows that these words are meant for you. If you're not prepared to receive this truth, the message may not resonate. But if you are, your life is on the brink of a miraculous shift. So now, let us begin. You may not fully recognize it yet, but you have been set apart. Yes, exactly as you are, with every unique trait, every flaw, and every strength. Even when the world overlooks your value, God sees it clearly. Your worth does not come from human validation, but from the divine assignment placed upon your life. While others may call you strange or misunderstood, God calls you His own, chosen, rare, and irreplaceable. Celebrate your uniqueness. It is the very attribute that qualifies you for greatness. This sacred identity might feel like a burden at times, especially when people try to force you into boxes that were never meant to contain you. But understand this: not fitting in is exactly what makes you remarkable. You were never created to blend in. You were created to stand out. You have been chosen for a purpose far beyond human understanding. Your mission begins with fully embracing who you are. Do not let the opinions of others distort what God has already spoken over you. When isolation or rejection begins to feel overwhelming, anchor yourself in this truth. You were never meant to live a life of average. You are a vessel, molded for divine purpose. There is a higher calling on your life, and no one else can fulfill it but you. Stand firm in this truth, for it is the rock upon which your purpose is built. It is incredibly painful to endure negativity, especially when it comes from the people closest to you. The presence of narcissistic influences, whether from family, friends, or coworkers, can be suffocating. These individuals often minimize your achievements, manipulate your emotions, and create toxic environments where your sense of self is constantly undermined. But here is the deeper truth. They behave this way because your light threatens them. Your radiance unsettles what is unresolved in them, and so they seek to dim what they cannot match. Living in the midst of this type of energy can feel like a lonely and exhausting battle. But you must know this: God is using it to shape you. Every cruel remark, every attempt to silence you, every moment of resistance is part of your spiritual strengthening. You were not placed in this environment to be broken, but to be forged, to rise above the noise with unwavering resolve. It is in this very pressure that your strength is being revealed. Remember, Those who try to tear you down are often battling internal wars of their own. Their bitterness and insecurity are not your burdens to carry. Do not absorb their negativity. Instead, see their actions as confirmation that you are on the right path. The more resistance you face, the clearer it becomes. You are stepping into who God created you to be. Envy can pierce the heart, especially when it comes from friends who once supported you. When their encouragement turns into ridicule, it can be disorienting. They see the power within you, your authenticity, your ambition, your light. But rather than celebrating it, they criticize and mock. Their jealousy, however, says nothing about your worth. It says everything about their pain. This isn't punishment. It is proof that you are growing beyond what they can handle. When faced with such mockery, remind yourself, their behavior is not a judgment on you. It is a mirror reflecting their inner turmoil. They see in you what they struggle to cultivate within themselves. Rather than let their attacks break you, let them affirm you. Their envy is a signpost that you are walking the right road. You walk a path that is uniquely yours. Not everyone will comprehend your vision, and not everyone is meant to walk alongside you. As you elevate, some relationships will fall away, but this is part of the divine refinement process. Even the mockers serve a purpose. They remind you that progress is happening, even when it is difficult. Keep pressing forward. Let their words fuel your purpose and push you closer to your divine calling. Every person who doubted you, dismissed you, or tried to break you does not hold the pen to your story. They are merely chapters in it. God permits these encounters, not to harm you, but to shape you. Their hatred is not a reflection of your value, but of their limitations. These trials are your training ground, where you are refined and strengthened into the person you were always destined to be. Think of the most precious metals: gold, silver, refined only through fire. The heat removes what does not belong, leaving behind something radiant and unbreakable. The pain you feel, the rejection, the criticism, the loneliness, is your refining fire. It is not meant to destroy you, but to reveal your true worth. You are being transformed into a masterpiece, and those who once stood against you are merely stepping stones to the greatness that awaits. When confronted with negativity, do not retreat or shrink back. Instead, see it as an invitation to grow stronger. Trust that what you are facing is a divine part of God's design to fortify you for the calling He has placed on your life. The criticism will not destroy you. It will forge you into something greater. Keep your chin high and your spirit anchored, knowing this: you are being prepared for a purpose that far exceeds the understanding of those around you. Being different is not a burden. It is a blessing. Society often tries to mold you into sameness, convincing you that conformity is the goal. But that's not the path God has laid before you. He intentionally set you apart because there is a deeper, greater assignment on your life. Your uniqueness is not a flaw. It is your brilliance. It's what allows you to shine in a world full of replicas. While the world may criticize or reject what it cannot understand, God is using your very uniqueness to lift you higher than you've ever imagined. Think of the visionaries, the dreamers, and the trailblazers in history. They did not conform. They faced rejection, endured criticism, and bore misunderstanding. Yet it was their refusal to blend in that led them to their calling. In the same way, you were not created to follow. You were born to lead. God has entrusted you with a distinct vision, a powerful voice, and a one-of-a-kind journey. Embrace that difference with confidence. Let it be a source of pride, not shame, for it is the very foundation of your destiny. When the pressure to conform weighs on you, remind yourself of this: your difference is your gift. The world does not need more copies. It needs the authenticity only you can bring. You were designed to radiate a light that is uniquely yours. Stop apologizing for who you are and begin to celebrate it. You are a divine gift to this world, and God intends for your uniqueness to make an everlasting impact. It's often difficult to trust a plan when you cannot see where it leads. When the road ahead is murky, it's easy to feel unsure, discouraged, or even afraid. But trust this truth. God's design for your life is flawless, even when it feels unclear. Though you may not yet understand why things are happening as they are, rest assured that every detail is being orchestrated for your benefit. Your path may twist and turn, but it is guiding you precisely where you are meant to be. Think of it this way. You are a puzzle piece in a magnificent picture. From your limited perspective, the pieces may seem scattered or out of place, but from God's viewpoint, the entire image is perfectly aligned. Every step, every hardship, every unanswered prayer, all of it has a purpose. Even the moments of doubt, loss, and pain are pieces of the masterpiece God is revealing in your life. Believe that it's all leading to growth, and when uncertainty creeps in, remind yourself, God has assigned meaning to every step you take. Even the delays, the wrong turns, and the closed doors are paving the way for something divine. So rather than resisting the process, lean into it. Trust that God is guiding you with divine precision, and that each moment is moving you closer to the life you were created to live. Being born into a family that fails to recognize or support you is one of the most painful burdens to bear. Toxic dynamics, narcissistic influences, these can leave you feeling small, invisible, and discarded. But what if these very hardships are the tools God is using to shape you into the person you are destined to become? These family trials are not here to break you. They are meant to equip you, to strengthen your core, and to mold you for the extraordinary purpose ahead. Though family is meant to be a source of love, when that love is missing, the loneliness can feel suffocating. Still, even this weight can be transformed into your strength. It is through such trials that you develop unshakable resilience. These experiences are teaching you to depend not on others, but on God. And that divine dependence will empower you to rise in ways you never imagined possible. In those moments when you feel alone or unloved, remember this. Your family's inability to see your value is not a measure of your worth. Their blindness is their limitation, not your reality. You are divinely chosen. Even if your earthly family cannot grasp that truth, God's purpose for your life remains unshaken. Lift your head high. You are being prepared for a future far greater than your current surroundings suggest. The challenges you face are not just setbacks to overcome. They are sacred opportunities to discover your inner power. Whether you're battling financial hardship, relationship wounds, or emotional pain, these struggles are not signs of weakness. They are signs that you are evolving, becoming the person you were always meant to be. Each trial is sculpting you, testing you, and preparing you for your divine calling. It's easy to fall into the belief that adversity means failure, but in truth, struggles are divine tools of refinement. Like a sculptor carves away at raw stone to reveal a masterpiece, your hardships are removing the parts of you that no longer serve your destiny. What emerges is a version of you that is unbreakable, stronger, wiser, and ready to fulfill your mission. Do not resist your struggles. Embrace them. They are the fire purifying your spirit. They are the hands of God shaping your soul. Every ounce of pain is a step closer to your greatness. Do not flee from your challenges. Walk boldly through them, knowing that they are preparing you for the life you were divinely designed to live. Rejection and betrayal cut deep, especially when they come from people you trusted most. But understand this: God never allows such experiences to destroy you. He allows them to develop you. Rejection teaches you to stand tall in your identity, even when others fail to recognize it. Betrayal pushes you to anchor your faith not in people, but in the one who never fails. These wounds may sting, but they are the very tools God uses to shape your character into something sacred. Think about this. Every person who has made a lasting impact has walked through rejection. They were told they weren't good enough. They were told their vision was impossible. But what defined them wasn't the rejection. It was their ability to rise beyond it. It was their refusal to quit that turned pain into power. God permits these experiences not to hinder you, but to prepare and fortify you for the greatness He has destined for your life. When rejection comes, do not view it as a defeat. See it as divine redirection. Those who turned their backs on you were never meant to accompany you on this sacred path. Their departure is God's way of making space for those who are truly meant to walk beside you, for the right opportunities, and for the moments that align with your higher calling. Lift your head and place your trust in the truth that rejection is God's tool to guide you more closely toward your purpose. The path to greatness is rarely smooth. There will be seasons when the road feels never-ending, and the weight of hardship feels almost too much to bear. But in those very moments, choose peace. Trust that everything you are enduring is part of a larger, divine process. God is moving behind the scenes in ways beyond your comprehension. Instead of resisting life's trials, lean into them. Welcome the lessons, even when they come clothed in discomfort. The storms you face are not here to defeat you. They are here to refine and prepare you for what lies ahead. Every struggle is sculpting you into a wiser, stronger, more compassionate version of yourself. Embrace the highs and the lows, the wins and the setbacks, for they are all essential chapters in your divine narrative. The very challenges you're facing today are laying the foundation for the breakthroughs and purpose you will walk in tomorrow. As you move through your journey, pause often to reflect on how far you've come. Celebrate the small milestones, the wisdom gained, and the resilience developed. Appreciate the process, because each step, whether steady or shaky, is bringing you closer to the person God created you to become. Have you ever wondered why some individuals go out of their way to discourage you, criticize your vision, or belittle your dreams? The truth is, those who seek to bring others down are often deeply unsettled within themselves. They fail to recognize your worth because they are wrestling with their own sense of value. Rather than lifting others, they find momentary relief in dragging others down. But here's the deeper truth. Their behavior is not a reflection of your shortcomings. It reveals their own internal struggles. Their negativity stems from an inability to understand your uniqueness, your fire, your purpose, and that terrifies them. Rather than cheer you on, they resort to tearing you down, not realizing they are only confirming your progress. Instead of allowing their words to wound you, let them fuel your ascent. Every insult, every doubting comment, is evidence that you are stepping into your divine purpose. The more they try to discredit you, the closer you are to the greatness God has already written for you. Never forget, those who aim to tear others down rarely offer anything of value themselves. Do not waste your energy trying to appease them. Keep your eyes fixed on the greater vision, your calling, your dreams, your God-ordained path. Keep pressing forward, confident that their noise cannot drown out your purpose. Being chosen by God is a sacred honor, but it does not come without sacrifice. The path to fulfilling your higher calling often demands strength through trials, growth through hardship, and endurance in moments of pain. Though you may sometimes wish for an easier journey, understand this. Your suffering is not a punishment. It is preparation. Every trial you face is molding you into the kind of person who can carry the weight of the blessings that are coming. The burden of being chosen may feel heavy, but it is also what equips you with supernatural strength. Reflect on the lives of the great leaders, visionaries, and changemakers throughout history. None were spared hardship. Each walked through rejection, sorrow, and difficulty. Yet their willingness to continue despite the pain is what shaped them into the legends they became. And you are no different. Your trials are the fire that is refining you into something exceptional. Embrace them, knowing that they are part of your sacred transformation. When the weight of pain becomes overwhelming, hold tightly to this truth. You are never alone. God is walking beside you, holding you up, empowering your every step. Your pain is not a sign of failure. It is evidence of the purpose being cultivated within you. Trust the process. Lean into God's presence. And believe with all your heart that this pain is birthing your purpose. It can be hard to comprehend why people harbor hatred toward you, especially when they know little about your journey or the battles you fought. The reality is this: those who project hate are often unaware of the divine assignment on your life. They are confined by their own fears, limited thinking, and unresolved pain. They are blind to your potential because they have yet to awaken to their own. When they lash out, it is not because of who you are, but because of what they cannot yet grasp. Their frustration is a projection of their inner unrest. But let this truth anchor you. Their hatred is not about you. It is a mirror of their own internal chaos. They are not your enemies. They are simply souls who have not yet recognized the divine light within themselves. And because they cannot see their own worth, they are unable to acknowledge yours. Do not take their hostility to heart. Instead, lift them up in prayer. Respond with grace and remain steadfast in your truth. Their journey is their own. As you rise, they will either awaken and walk beside you, or they will remain where they are. Regardless of their choice, your light will continue to shine. And no one, not even the loudest critic, can dim what God has placed within you. Walking a path that defies expectations and breaks tradition can often feel lonely. It can be especially painful when those closest to you, your children, friends, or even family, do not understand or support the direction you're headed. But let this truth bring you peace. Not everyone is meant to comprehend your calling. Your path is uniquely yours, custom designed by the Creator. Others may struggle to see your vision or to grasp the reasons behind your choices, and that is perfectly okay. The people around you may mistake your challenges for failure, simply because they cannot see the spiritual growth taking place beneath the surface. But do not allow their limited understanding to derail your purpose. You were never intended to live your life under the weight of others' expectations. God has carved out a destiny that is uniquely and intentionally yours. While it may hurt when those you love fail to recognize or understand that calling, trust that they are not meant to walk beside you on this divine journey. In time, as you continue to evolve, grow, and boldly walk in your truth, some may begin to recognize the light within you. Others may never understand, and that's okay. Their lack of understanding does not diminish your value or the significance of your calling. Stand firm, stay faithful, and know with absolute certainty that God is directing your path, even when others cannot see it. Every harsh word, every rejection, every moment of judgment holds a purpose far greater than you may realize. These experiences are not coincidences. They are woven into God's divine design for your life. You are not merely enduring them, you are being shaped by them. Through every painful encounter, God is molding you into the person you were always meant to become. Think about the refining of precious elements: gold, silver, diamonds. They only reveal their full beauty through intense pressure and heat. Similarly, each trial you face, every heartbreak and challenge, is a part of your spiritual refinement. These difficulties are not punishment. They are preparation. They are building your faith, your strength, and your resilience so that you can rise into your higher calling. So when you face negativity, do not allow it to defeat you. Recognize it as a signpost of growth, a sacred opportunity for transformation. Trust that God's hand is in every struggle, using each obstacle as a tool to craft you into someone capable of carrying the greatness He has prepared for you. Move forward with faith, knowing the best is still ahead. Rejection can strike deep, especially when it comes from those you care about. It can leave you questioning your identity and your worth. But understand this: rejection is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of alignment. Those who turn away from you or cannot see your purpose are simply not meant to be part of your divine assignment. Their inability to see your value is not your limitation. It is theirs. God has set you apart for something extraordinary, and often the only way forward is through the doorway of rejection. When people walk away or refuse to believe in you, it's not because you're unworthy. It's because they are not equipped to recognize the divine calling on your life. Their rejection is a redirection, moving you toward the people and places aligned with your destiny. Though rejection may feel painful, it is often the catalyst that separates you from the ordinary and positions you for the extraordinary. You are being refined, shaped, and elevated for a purpose that few can truly grasp. Let every rejection become a stepping stone. Allow it to propel you higher. Trust God through the discomfort and know He is walking you through it for a reason. Embrace the pain, hold tight to the process, and see each challenge as a divine gift. You were never called to blend in, and those who reject you only confirm the uniqueness of your path. In times of hurt and misunderstanding, remember, if they cannot see your potential, they were never meant to go where God is taking you. Your journey is sacred. You are chosen for something greater. Stand firm in that truth. There will be moments when people will try to crush your spirit. They may use cruel words, mock your dreams, or manipulate you into doubting your worth. In those moments when it feels as if the world is pushing against you, remember that you are designed to endure. God has built you with the strength to withstand every storm. The efforts to break you are never about you. They are reflections of the pain, fear, and insecurity within others. Their brokenness lashes out because your wholeness threatens them. You are not defined by their opinions. You are defined by the calling God has placed over your life. The more they try to drag you down, the more reason you have to smile. Their hostility is confirmation of the power you carry. God allows these battles not to defeat you, but to build you stronger. Each insult, every attempt to dim your light, is being used to develop your character and deepen your strength. Never forget that your difference is divine. They hate what they cannot comprehend. You carry a calling they were never meant to understand. You are not average. You are chosen. When they mock or scorn you, respond with grace and confidence. Stand tall in your truth. Let their opposition become your motivation. Their efforts to harm you are only sharpening your edge and strengthening your resolve. When you encounter this resistance, remain at peace. Smile, respond with love, and let their bitterness slide off you. They cannot touch what God has sanctified. You are chosen, and that truth is unshakable. There may be seasons in your life when it feels like a constant battle. Toxic relationships, internal wars, overwhelming hardships, they pile on until it feels like you're shouldering the world alone. But let this be your reminder. These trials are not evidence of weakness. They are proof that you are chosen. Ordinary people are not tested at this level. The storms you are facing are not accidental. They are intentional. You have been selected to walk a difficult road because only you can carry the weight of the blessing that awaits. These challenges are God's way of preparing you for the extraordinary life He has planned for you. Every tear, every heartache, every doubt is a tool of transformation. These aren't setbacks. They are sacred preparations. You are being molded, refined, and strengthened with each passing test. Rather than grow weary, shift your perspective. Your struggles are divine indicators that greatness is near. They are not breaking you. They are building you. What you are going through today is preparing you for tomorrow's abundance. The trials you face are laying the groundwork for a life that will exceed your greatest expectations. Place your trust in God's divine orchestration, knowing that each trial is a stepping stone leading you closer to your greater calling. When life becomes challenging, remember, it is not because you are weak, but because you are equipped with the strength to endure. You are chosen. Embrace your trials with unwavering faith. Rather than seeing them as barriers, recognize them as sacred invitations for growth and transformation. You are being molded for something extraordinary, something only those marked as chosen can rise to fulfill. Staying joyful in a world filled with negativity can feel like an impossible task. Whether it comes from family members, friends, or even strangers, it can feel as though the world is conspiring to bring you down. But remember this profound truth. Joy is a decision. You have the power to rise above the noise and remain centered in peace and contentment, knowing that God has already paved the way for your greatness. When others attempt to drag you down, choose to respond with light, hope, and joy. Your happiness does not hinge on their opinions. The negativity around you has no power over your inner peace unless you grant it access. Keep your eyes fixed on the greater vision, the divine purpose God has placed over your life. You are chosen, and that truth cannot be shaken by the opinions or actions of others. God wants you to find joy in the journey, even when those around you fail to understand. When you're met with ridicule or scorn, smile. It is a sign that you are traveling a path too divine for them to comprehend. Your joy is the reflection of your trust in God and the deep faith you hold in His plan. Let the negativity around you become fuel for a greater light within. Rise above with joy in your soul, knowing that your uniqueness is your divine strength. Choosing joy in the midst of adversity is not a weakness. It is a declaration of your spiritual power. It's not about denying reality. It's about focusing on the blessings that still remain. Each time you choose joy, you step more firmly into alignment with your higher calling, and that light within you only grows brighter. In a world obsessed with speed and instant results, it can be tempting to feel rushed in your journey. But God is never in a hurry, and His timing is always flawless. Those who pressure you to move faster, or who don't understand why your path seems slower than theirs, simply do not grasp the intricacies of God's divine timing. Do not allow the impatience of others to make you question the pace that God has ordained for your life. You are being prepared for something monumental, and preparation takes time. Those who rush you are often unaware of the depth of what God is doing in your life. They may want you to fit into their timeline, but you were created to move in sync with heaven's rhythm. Hold tightly to the truth that every step, no matter how slow or uncertain, moves you forward toward your purpose. Resist the urge to feel frustrated by external expectations. Embrace the process, trusting that God sees what you cannot, and that He is shaping you perfectly for what is to come. God is crafting you into someone who can carry the weight of the blessings He is about to pour out. Do not rush that divine preparation. Trust in His timing and rest in the knowledge that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Few things are more painful than feeling misunderstood by those you hold dear. Whether it's your children, your friends, or your closest relatives, it cuts deep when the people you love do not grasp the divine path you're walking. They may criticize, mock, or distance themselves because they cannot see what you see. But here's the truth. Their misunderstanding does not reflect your value. It reveals their own limitations. God has chosen you for a unique path, one that not everyone is meant to walk or even witness. Those who don't see your purpose were never meant to validate it. Their inability to understand is not your burden to carry. When they turn away or question your decisions, trust that God never does. He sees the full picture, the one they cannot comprehend. Don't let their doubt cause you to question the sacred calling on your life.